hey, how would you like to earn $100 to $300 right now, just sitting in a meeting room like these folks are doing? Doesn't involve any selling, it doesn't involve any recruiting, and best of all, it's totally free. Watch this video to find out how. Hey, it's your boy Eddie with a Y. Yes, the spelling's that serious. I've helped people make money online and avoid scams, and I would love to be able to do the same with you. So make sure you hit up that subscribe button and the bell notification, and you'll be one of the first people to get one of my videos. I've been making money online passively for over a decade, and that's some of the money I've made with companies like Google and Amazon. That's not really important. I want to help you make money as well, and it's totally free to start. So be sure you watch this video to the very end, and I'll show you how I did it, and you can do it today as well. But let's jump into this video. All right, so basically what's happening is there are companies out there that are trying to figure out what people's views are on politics, products, services, etc. So what they'll go ahead and do is hire a market research company to conduct focus groups, which is what you're seeing here with these people, where you basically go to this market research place, have people sitting around and they're discussing a topic. And they're doing this because they really want to know the feedback of various different people's, depending on whatever their goal is, whether it's to create a new product, understand how people think about certain situations, etc., etc. Either case, the good news is you get paid money for your time, and it's usually hundreds of dollars right after this focus group is taking place. Okay, so it's pretty easy money. Okay, and that's pretty much what we're focusing on in this group. And please don't confuse this with surveys. Okay, online surveys where you spend an hour or 2 hours for 50 cents. We're talking about a lot of money here, and I'll show you an example of that by going to a website that you all know, which is Craigslist. Okay. Craigslist obviously is known for good and bad things. For this particular video, we're going to be using it to find a focus group. So we're going to go down here to the gig section, and what we're going to do now is click on the paid link section here. And then from here, we're going to type in either focus, okay, which will bring us some good results, or we could also type in study. Either way, this is going to give you a bunch of different focus groups. So let's take a look at this. As you can see here, you're getting paid $250 here, $350 here. Let me know down below if that's the type of money that you would love to make for an hour or two of work, okay? So just leave a comment down below here. Let's click on one of these studies here. So this one is basically just about internet and tech use. So if you have a laptop or a smartphone, you qualify, and they're willing to pay you $250 in cash or an American Express gift card. The next one here is for accountants or bookkeepers. They're willing to pay you $350 for 2 hours of your time. So as you can see here, like within just this one search, I've found 200 or close to over $500 worth of focus groups for my time. But in this situation, you have to actively look for these focus groups and come here all the time. I prefer having focus groups come to me. So what I do is go to a website called Green Book Directory, and it's basically just a directory of focus groups and market research companies all over different countries in the United States. I happen to be based in the United States and I live in New York. So I would just click on that. And as you can see here, there are tons of results here and all these companies that you should join to better your chances of having them call you for a focus group. In either case, let's look at one of these focus groups here. So I can just go ahead and click on this one. I can read the description, but that doesn't really make a difference to me. I'm looking for the website, or even here, there's another link that shows you directly where you can join their focus group. So let's just click on the main site just so you can get a feel for it. And you can just read the information here. Basically, what we're looking for is a join link, a participate link, panel link, something like that, or a contact link if you can't find any of those things. This one happens to be participate. You would click here, read what it's all about, and look here, $350, $50, $200, $125. Look at all the money that you can make with these focus groups. So you would just register in their database, fill in the information completely, because the more accurate you are, the better your chances are of you securing a focus group. So you want to make sure that you fill in all this information, because that's what they use to determine if they should call you or not. And as I mentioned before, you want to join as many of these focus groups as possible so that it betters your chance of being called. Okay? So far, that's how good focus groups are. It sounds really, really good in theory. I've made a lot of money doing it. But I'd be lying if I said there's some trouble ahead. Okay, here are some of the issues that I have with doing focus groups. Okay, one, it's not consistent income. Okay, so it's not like you're going to be able to sit there and every week come here and definitely be picked for a focus group and make hundreds of dollars. Okay, it doesn't work that way. You have to fit a certain demographic that they're looking for. They could be looking for an African American woman, an Asian woman. You may not necessarily fit that, and therefore you're not getting any of this money. Okay. The other issue too, as you may have noticed, is this is not necessarily available to all people in all countries. I'm sorry, my international brothers and sisters. It's not my choice, but market research companies seem to only be in certain places, and certain places are a little more popular than others. So that kind of limits how much money you can make with these opportunities. All right. So that's kind of like the bad things about focus groups and why I didn't sit there and continue to use them. And I found a better way of making money from home. And I'd like to kind of walk you through that. The way I make money from home is this here. It's basically affiliate marketing and blogging. And how it works is pretty simple, okay? We've all done this. You've gone to Google and do a search for some type of product, service, or whatever. Google shows you a whole bunch of websites. Someone clicks on your website. Your website will have good content that's basically answering whatever the search is. On that website, you'll have links to companies, big companies that you can work with that will pay you back some money. So I can work with Amazon, Walmart, etc., etc. And they give me a kickback for whatever you buy. You're not charged more for doing that. They just share a portion of whatever they would earn with me. And that's pretty much what I do to make money. And that's how I've been able to make so much money that I showed you at the very beginning of this video. My website happens to be workathomenoscams.com, and I could actually show you an example of this. So if we go to Google and I will type in this particular company that I knew people were looking for, and as you can see here, there goes my website, Work at Home No Scams. Someone basically would click on this and then they would just read the good information I give them, which I try to do. I sit there and give them the good and the bad. There happens to be certain links in here. I'm affiliated with this particular company because I knew it was a good company, so they give me a little kickback. And I've also given people other options just in case that's not what they're interested in. And again, these companies give me a kickback as well. All in all, it's a win-win process for everybody because someone that was looking at this wanted to know the good and bad information. I gave it to them, and I also gave them alternatives. And this is a great way of making money, and it's passive. So this article here, I wrote many years ago, and it's still making me money all the time. And this is the reason why I prefer doing this, because it's passive income. I initially put in the work to create the website and to write the articles, but once I've done that and followed the techniques that were taught to me, now this particular article makes me money on a regular basis. And just keep in mind, that's just one article. I literally have hundreds and more articles that kind of do this on a regular basis. I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, I don't know how to do this. Don't worry, I wasn't born knowing how to do this either. There's a link below this video that links you to the resource that I've used that taught me how to do all these things, because I had no idea how to do any of these things. So if I could learn it, you definitely can learn it as well. It's perfect for anybody from different countries. Like a lot of the issues that I just talked about with focus groups aren't an issue with affiliate marketing and blogging, because it's worldwide, passive income, rather than I don't have to sit there and come to a place and talk to strangers. The income is pretty consistent once you set it up, and affiliate marketing tends to be available in a lot more countries than focus groups are. So that's something that you definitely want to check out if you want to make money that is passive, that pays you way more. You don't want to deal with talking to strangers. So in any event, I hope that this video was very, very helpful to you. If it was, please leave a comment down below, like it, share it, be sure that you subscribe, and I will have more videos like this. Thanks.